Welcome back. In this session, we're going to be learning two features. We're going to be learning the fillet feature as well as the chamfer. So let's go ahead and get started by going over here to the left and click on the little black arrow pointing down. You're going to see a fillet entity and fillet chain. Fillet chain is used to do a fillet for more than one corner. Fillet entities is only for one corner. So let's click on entities for now. We're going to get these options in the ribbon bar. It's going to be the radius. It's going to ask you for the radius that chamfer will be, the fillet will be. And over here on the right, I will ask you also the different kinds of fillets you want to do. So let's go ahead and create one that is 0.25, and I'm going to hit enter on my keyboard. Then come over here, select one line, and then once you go over to select another line, it will give you that option to make that radius full. Okay, now if you go over here, that's a normal radius. Now if you go to the inverse radius, you're going to see that radius gets inverse, so the other side is actually what shows up. Okay, then you can come down here to a circle, and that's a radius, but it completes the circle with it. So it keeps the circle along with the radius. And then the last is the clearance, and this is usually done if you have something that is coming down, basically like a 90-degree block that is going in the slot, and you make a clearance over here so that 90-degree doesn't come along with the 90-degree of the, for example, over here, if like a 90-degree block came down over here in the slot, if there's any kind of radius, small radius in these corners, that block is not going to go all the way down. So you put a clearance over here to avoid that. Okay, now if you come over here, there's a trim and then there's a no trim. So the trim, if I go back to my normal, the trim allows you to see the radius. The no trim allows you for the radius and keeps the block the way it is. This is just for your own view most of the time. It's just so you can remember that there was a corner at this point and then you made it radius. But usually the default option will be at the trim. Okay. Now if I'm gonna press escape and I'm gonna press Control Z to undo this, and I'm gonna go back over here and do fillet entities. Now fillet entities is the same thing, except it's going to ask you to select the chain. So it's beginning right here, and it's ending right here. So it's starting over here, coming all the way around, and it's ending right here. That's going to be my chain. Once I have that selected, I press OK. And that's automatically going to give us a radius of 0.25 on the chain. So you can see every single corner has a 0.25 radius. Now you can come over here, you can say all corners. You can say the plus corners. So it's going, the plus corners are not the corners that are, you see this is called a plus corner. This is actually the minus corner. So if I come over here, minus sweeps. I'll unselect everything except this corner. We'll keep it on all corners. And again, you can have the chance to select reverse, inverse I mean circle, and clearance as well for all the entire chain. Okay, we'll go that back to normal. Okay, I'm going to press escape again and Control Z to undo all of that. Now I'm going to go back over here and click on the chamfer entity. So same thing as the fillet. This is a chamfer though. So instead of a bead, usually what a chamfer entitles of, it's usually a line and a angle. So if I come over here, it's already set for me. The line length is 0.25. You can set it to be an angle by angle, so 0.25 by 0.25. Or you can set it to be, like for example, this is 0.25 at a 45-degree angle. You can come over here to distance and you can tell it, I want one distance, I want two distances, which you specify both distances of the chamfer. So in x-axis and y-axis, you can say distance is an angle, or you can say the width. This is the entire width of the chamfer. Okay, so let's go to distance 1. So this is just the distance of the chamfer. So if I click 1 and 2, it creates the chamfer for me. So that's the distance between here and here. Okay, this is only creating one distance. Now if I go over here and say two distances, now all of a sudden this option right here becomes available for me to use, and I can type in 0.4 if I want to, and you can see, and I pressed enter, and you can see my chamfer now. It's at a bigger angle. The distance between here and here is 0.4. From here to here is 0.25. Okay, if I come back over here and go distance angle, now the angle becomes available and the distance goes away. So if I want to put it as a 135-degree angle, that's too big of an angle. Usually you want to keep it at a 90-degree angle or less. So I'm going to switch it to a 60-degree. Come back over here And there you go. So that's almost about the same as 0.25 and making it 0.4. Come back over here and type in 45 and it will fixes it. So when you type in anything and press enter, it updates in the database. Okay, so I'm gonna click on apply and undo this. And let's go ahead and use the chain, chamfer chains. Same thing, just like the fillet chains, you select a start point. Now the start point is always at the beginning of the line, somewhere on the first half of the line that goes all the way around, and then you want to select somewhere is the other half of the line. So this line, this whole length of the line right now, you don't want to select anything in the beginning of it. You want to select towards the end to let it know that it's going this way. If you select it here, it will think that you're trying to tell it it's going, the chain is going this way, and it will end over here. So you want to make sure you have this selected. Green always indicates the beginning of a chain, and red always indicates the end of that chain. So now we know that the chain is going this way and it's ending over here. Okay, once you have that selected, click on OK, and it will do your entire chamfers for you. And again, you can have only two options when you do the chain. It's for the distance or the width. Okay, and for the width, you can select how big you want it. I can say I want it 0.5 if I want to, and make it a really big chamfer if I like to. And this concludes our session for the fillets and chamfers.